The treatment of criminals means the methods adopted by the criminal justice system to deal with offenders after they commit crimes. In earlier times, the main objective of punishment was revenge and deterrence. Modern criminology, however, believes that the real purpose of treating criminals is to reform, rehabilitate, and reintegrate them into society. A criminal is considered a human being capable of change, and therefore the emphasis is on correction rather than cruelty. Different methods of treatment of criminals. 1. Punitive method. The punitive method is the oldest method of treating criminals. Under this method, punishment is imposed to make the offender suffer for committing the crime. Imprisonment, fine, and in exceptional cases, capital punishment are examples. The purpose is to maintain law and order and discourage others from committing similar offenses. Although punishment is necessary for serious crimes, modern criminology believes that punishment alone cannot reform every offender. 2. Deterrent method. The deterrent method aims to prevent crime by creating fear of punishment. The idea is that if people know they will receive certain and severe punishment for breaking the law, they will avoid committing crimes. However, fear of punishment alone cannot prevent all crimes, especially those committed in anger, mental illness, or emotional excitement. 3. Preventive method. The preventive method aims to stop offenders from committing further crimes by restricting their liberty. Imprisonment, cancellation of licenses, preventive detention in certain cases, police supervision measures are examples. 4. Reformative method. The reformative method is the most important approach in modern criminology. It believes that many offenders commit crimes because of poverty, lack of education, unemployment, bad company, addiction, or family problems. Therefore, they should be given an opportunity to improve themselves. 5. Probation. Probation allows an offender to remain in the community under the supervision of a probation officer instead of being sent to prison. The offender must obey certain conditions imposed by the court, such as maintaining good behavior and reporting regularly to the probation officer. Probation is generally granted to first-time offenders and persons convicted of less serious offenses. It helps offenders continue their education, employment, and family life while avoiding the harmful effects of imprisonment. 6. Parole. Parole means the conditional release of a prisoner before the completion of the full sentence. A prisoner with good conduct may be released subject to certain conditions. If those conditions are violated, the prisoner may be sent back to prison. Parole encourages discipline and good behavior inside prisons while helping prisoners gradually adjust to normal social life. 7. Open prisons. Open prisons are correctional institutions where selected prisoners with good behavior are allowed to work, live with comparatively fewer restrictions, and prepare themselves for normal life. 8. Correctional and rehabilitation programs. Modern prisons organize literacy programs, vocational training, computer education, counseling, the addiction programs, legal aid, religious and moral education, cultural activities, and psychological therapy. These programs reduce the chances of repeat offenses and help prisoners become productive members of society. 9. Community-based treatment. Modern criminal justice encourages community participation in offender rehabilitation. Community service, counseling centers, halfway homes, aftercare programs, and support from voluntary organizations help offenders return to society with dignity. Conclusion. The treatment of criminals is an essential part of the criminal justice system. Modern criminology believes that the purpose of punishment is not merely to inflict suffering but also to reform and rehabilitate offenders.